Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Łukasz Ignasiak and I've been shooting videos for clients for over 5 years. And today I will tell you more about the R3S. I will mostly focus on the comparison between HLG, D-Log-M and no picture profile. I will also test the telephoto lens, which is amazing and it shoots 10 bits. But to cover some basics, I need to tell you about the specification of the camera. So the drone itself is amazing. I will not tell you about the whole specification of the drone, like battery life, LiDAR. What I want to tell you about is camera. So the camera shoots 4K 60 frames per second, which is amazing. I'm not usually used to 60 frames per second. I stick to 25 or 24 FPS. I live in Europe, so mostly 25 FPS. But you can also shoot slow motion video, which is amazing, at 4K 120 FPS in 10 bits, and you can use also D-Log-M. So both lenses are usable. It's not like you've got the second lens, but you are always embarrassed by the quality of the lens. You can really use it. What is worth to mention is the drone samples video in 4:0, not 4:2 like the Mavic Pro lineup. So what that basically means, you've got less possibilities in color grading, but it doesn't really matter as long as you don't need the top-notch quality from the Mavic Pro lineup. The R3S still gives you a lot of flexibility in post-production, but now it's time to take a drone and go fly. Let's go. Let's test the R3S in the harsh sunlight. We will test the D-Log-M, the HLG and no picture profile. Everything I will shoot in 25 FPS with ND 32. Yeah, 32 ND because of the harsh sunlight. So let's go. So I started with the normal picture profile, so it's basically no picture profile at all. The colors are natural. What I changed in the post-production was only the basics, which means exposure tweaks and maybe a little bit of highlights. I didn't change any curves or I didn't add any masks. I want to be as clean as possible. What I mean by being clean is I don't want to mess with the colors, with hues, saturations. I just want you to see the very straight from the camera look. I don't want to disturb it, and I want the test to be very fair between the HLG, D-Log-M and no picture profile. So the next one is HLG profile. I set the camera in every picture profiles in the same way. You can see in the bottom corner that I use 1/60. I didn't stick exactly to 180-degree rule because I want to slightly lower the exposure, and I don't think that anyone can see the difference. But let's take a look at the top corner, which I mentioned before. I used the same exposure, and that was a mistake, but I made the mistake in purpose. That you can see that HLG needs to be exposed lower than the no picture profile, and D-Log-M. I just lost all the information in top corner, top left corner, and you can see that the blue sky looks terrible. So if you shoot HLG, you feel comfortable with post-producing HLG, you have to lower the exposure. You can see that it's plus 1.3 and it's quite overexposed. And now my favorite profile, which is D-Log-M. Now I say it's my favorite because when I was shooting back then, I thought that HLG would be better. But when I started to post-producing D-Log-M and HLG, I think that D-Log-M is still better. However, I did some research on YouTube, and some people says that HLG contains more information in the highlights and the shadows, because it's like the people mention some specification from some nerdy websites, but still I stick to D-Log-M, and I think it's the easiest way for me to color grade, and I get amazing quality. And of course, as I mentioned before, the top left corner in the D-Log-M is much better than in HLG. I can lower the exposure here, and I've got more information in the highlights. But of course, it all comes down to how do you expose the image, because I could overexpose it a little bit and I think I will lose all the information in the top left corner. And now I will give you some more footage and you can compare by yourself what do you like most. For me, as I said, D-Log-M is the winner, but let me know in the comments what do you think. And I would be grateful if you hit the like button and if you subscribe my channel. It will be very helpful for me. So now we will try the same thing, but now with the telephoto lens, and let's go! The telephoto lens don't use the 1-inch sensor, it uses 1/1.3-inch sensor. So it's smaller, but as you can see, it still gives great opportunities and great picture quality. I'm personally amazed that I can use it in my client work. Whoa, we've got some shots of the D-Log HLG, no picture profile, we've got some photos, let's move on. Alright, so the night test. When I first started to shoot at night, I used 1600 ISO, but I thought it's too low, and then I switched to ISO 3200. And I think it is much better, and the whole test was on the ISO 3200. I also use only basic adjustments during the shooting and post-production, so you can see the like very straight from the camera look. I also tested some fly points during the shooting, and it's also the fly points are very accurate, I don't have to crop the image in post-production very much to match the shots. And now ISO 3200, D-Log M, picture profile, it's straight from the camera. No adjustments. And now I added some basic adjustments. And now HLG, ISO 3200. And normal picture profile, straight from the camera look. As you can see, it's quite dark. I wouldn't use the normal picture profile at night at all. Or maybe if you have to shoot something very quick and you've got a lot of city lights, that would be nice. But I don't think it's a good idea to shoot without picture profile at night with this drone. And now we've got the telephoto lens. Now you can see the difference in quality. It's not very good and nice. I think if I want to use it for client work, I need to do a lot of post-production and noise reduction. I think I will probably use Topaz AI for this one. So, what do you guys think about picture profiles? I personally love the D-Log M. I would like to have D-Log, not D-Log M, but it's still Air free, not Mavic line. So I'm happy with that because the price is very good for this drone. I don't need to spend extra money for Mavic Pro to get D-Log M and some extra stuff. As I said before, this drone will give you very good quality. So let me know in the comments what do you think, and see you next time.